Hello and welcome again to the EPL Fanbase Show, the show that connects you with the happening in the English Premier League. My name is FM Steve, and I'm joined in the show by Football Pundit. We have Gidi in the house. Gidi, how are you?
Hi guys.
And we have Josiah. Josiah, how are you?
I'm very fine, Steve. How are you?
I'm very fine as well. We want to look at the EPL. This coming week, we have a congested fixture. We are going to start with the fixtures matches to be played tomorrow. Basically, we'll try to discuss them as a unit. So when we finish a fixture, we just end it like that. So your predictions, I'll start with Gidi. Wolves versus Chelsea.
Wolves Chelsea. Yeah, I think it will be 1-2. Chelsea to win 2-1.
Chelsea to win 2-1. Josiah?
Mm-hmm.
I think it will be a 2-0 win for Chelsea.
2-0 win for Chelsea. I also feel like it's hard to tell this game. Wolves, when they played Arsenal, they were playing sharp, but I think I'll go with a 1-1 draw. Manchester City, West Brom. I'll start with Gidi.
Manchester City, West Brom. I think this will be 5-0 to Manchester City.
5-0 to Manchester City. 5-0. Okay. And Josiah, what do you think of the fixture?
Yes, I think it's a clear win for me. It's a routine win for Man City. Probably not 5 for me. I would go somewhere around close to that. Probably say 4. But potato. The point is, I think Man City will not want to lose this game, knowing that it has to catch up and drew last game week. So yeah.
So you come again. You said your prediction will be
4-0.
4-0 for Man City. Okay, for me it's hard to say. Actually, I'll go 3-0. Man City of late, they're not as scoring as they used to score in the past. But at the same time, it's hard to talk about teams scoring 3 while others cannot even score one goal. Let's talk. I've not mentioned any team. I've not mentioned any team. Okay, let's look at Leicester Everton.
Okay. Leicester versus Everton. This will be a close one, so I'll go with 1-1.
1-1 draw. Josiah, Leicester Everton.
I think Leicester will edge it just a little bit. I think I'll go for a 2-1 win for Leicester, on the account that they are on a trajectory, and Everton, though they won against Chelsea, it's a routine win for them. I think against Chelsea at Goodison Park, but you can tell that they are suffering a little bit. I still think Leicester have, and especially with Ndidi back and them looking very solid, I think a Leicester small edge 2-1 win for Leicester.
2-1 win for Leicester. I also have a strong feeling that it will end 2-1. So I think this time I'm going with you. 2-1 for Leicester. Leeds United, Newcastle. Gidi?
Leeds versus Newcastle. I think this one, I have a feeling it will be those ones that Leeds will just score that one goal and it will end 1-0 to Leeds.
1-0 to Leeds. 1-0 to Leeds. Josiah?
Yeah.
Leeds are a very weird team. Anything can happen to Leeds. I think this is my hardest prediction, considering I saw Newcastle, play a bit well. I'll go for a 1-1 draw.
1-1 draw. Okay, my prediction Leeds to win it 3-1. It was, for me, it was shocking. I don't know
3-1?
3-1 for Leeds, yes. I feel Leeds will win it. 3-1. Arsenal, Southampton. I'll start with Giddy.
I think the time, yes, Arsenal versus Southampton, and I was saying I think the time for really predicting with your heart is like almost over here. You just have to look at the form of the two teams. Southampton away are very strong. Arsenal at home are just Arsenal. They're just losing games at home for fun. They can't score one goal. I don't remember the time Arsenal scored a goal. I think it was, I don't remember really. So for that reason, even for the discipline issues that the club is having with, so that means Xhaka won't be in, Bellerin will not be there. So maybe that might change something because those two guys won't be there. But I'm really struggling to see how Arsenal picks a point here. For that reason, Arsenal will not score again. Southampton might put 2 past Arsenal, so 2-0 to Southampton.
2-0 to Southampton. Josiah?
I will tend to agree with Gideon to some extent. I have seen Arsenal play, I've seen Southampton play, and honestly speaking, Arsenal winning a game of football at the moment in the Premier League is as hard as I don't know what. So I think Arsenal will score a goal, but we'll just score one. But we'll be back to the routine, two goals by Southampton. So I think it's a win for Southampton. So 1-2. So Arsenal 1, Southampton 2.
Okay, my prediction. I also feel like Arsenal, they are facing they're at their lowest moment, and the manager does not want to try things. If the manager was to try the team that plays in the Europa, probably they could have got something from this fixture. But as it is, I'm going 2-0 win for Southampton. So I don't see Arsenal scoring. They've forgotten how to score. So yeah. I think I'll just go 2-0 Southampton.
Yeah, but I have a feeling also it can be a draw. Arsenal can decide to go very defensive and be a 0-0. So I wouldn't be shocked if that happened. Arteta is not that stupid. But anyway, if I'm going to with predictions here, 2-1 for. But I get where you're coming from, and Arsenal is not looking so well right now.
They're not looking well, and there is no confidence in the player. If you see, so here it doesn't matter which formation will be used, because you can even see last night when they played Burnley, they had so many touches. It shows there is lack of confidence, and whether they play defensive, whether it's just shambolic. For now, I don't see them creating anything to score.
Okay.
Fulham, Brighton.
Yeah, Fulham versus Brighton. I think I'm quite impressed with Fulham. They are a team on a high. They should have more points were it not for some missed penalties some games back. But Scott Parker has changed the system. He has stopped the leaking of goals, and he is playing now some possession that is being. You see this meaningful possession, not just a while back he was just playing possession for the sake of having possession. So Brighton won't be that easy, but something tells me Fulham might get 3 points here, and it will be 2-1 to Fulham. That's what I'm
2-1 to Fulham. Josiah?
I'm not. It's another hard one to predict. I feel a draw or a Fulham win, but I have to make a decision on this one. I think Brighton also will come ready. I'll go for a draw. A 1-1 draw.
1-1 draw. I also tend to agree with Josiah. What happens is Fulham, if you look at Fulham, their last 3 fixtures, when they played at home to Everton, though they lost, they played really well, and they lost 3-2. Then they went away to Leicester, they won 2-1. And when they played Liverpool, yesterday I think it was on Sunday. So when they played Liverpool, this game was very, very good. And for me, Fulham were unlucky not to take the 3 points. But I've looked at Brighton, Welbeck and Mopé. They can score anytime. They're looking sharp. They can always score. So I'm also predicting 1-1 draw. West Ham, Crystal Palace.
Yeah, another tough game to predict. But I think I'm looking at the West Ham side, and they have something that they are really playing quite well. And I think Antonio and Bowen will really, and their midfield there with Declan Rice and Soucek. So of course, Crystal Palace is full of athletic players there. We know what the likes of Zaha, Slope, and the rest can do. But I think Moyes will edge it here. I don't think there's something telling me it will be a draw. But again, if I am to make a decision, I think it might be 3-1 to West Ham.
3-1 West Ham. Josiah?
Just copy paste what Gideon has said. But a 2-1 win for West Ham. I think West Ham is a very difficult team to beat at the moment. Set pieces, Soucek being the point man, I think he's the new Fellaini for Moyes. Their mentality, Bowen, the runs he's making, but also when I look at the other side, I see Eze and the way he's playing really well. Zaha back, Benteke trying to prove that he's still a striker. I'm still surprised that Benteke has just turned 30. That guy has been playing for the last 100 years. So for me, it's an arrow win for West Ham, especially because they are at home. And I think they have fans, so they will motivate them. So a 2-1 win for West Ham.
2-1 win for West Ham. I also feel West Ham will win. Now I'm thinking, should I predict 2-0? Should I predict 2-1? I'll also go with the 2-1. Crystal Palace, yesterday when I saw when they played Tottenham, they can also score. They were looking, and keeping in mind it's a derby, so it's going to be a close one. So 2-1 for West Ham. Liverpool, Tottenham.
Yeah, at this point, we are talking about now the title race here. So I think this is the game where Tottenham will now have to prove that they are not pretenders in this league. Of course, we know the principles of Mourinho. You are stronger when you don't have the ball. You probe mistakes from the opposition. You of course let Liverpool have the ball, because the team that has the ball has fear. Those are the principles that Mourinho is using. But I think it might not work this time round, because if you invite pressure against a side like Liverpool, and I saw that those fullbacks are back to almost their best, and you invite that pressure, it won't work the way it worked against Arsenal, because they have people to punish you. They have big guys there when you put those crosses there, the likes of Matip, Wijnaldum, and there are guys there who can head the ball. So for me, I think at Anfield, and the fans are back, be it 2000, I think Mourinho is going to lose this one, and there will be one counter attack there. So I'm being brave here to go 3-1 to Liverpool.
3-1 Liverpool. Josiah?
I'll go the exact opposite. I think for me, it's a win for Mourinho. First, I don't think, unlike the other big clubs that I predicted will be boring and all that, I don't think this game will be. I think both teams will be thinking, if I am able to edge this one, I'll start putting a gap against my competitor, so they will go all out. Mourinho is not stupid. He knows that at this time, Matip being injured, and now you're gonna bring in the likes of either Henderson or Williams to play as a centre back, pairing with Fabinho. That's a weakness. It's also a weakness for Alexander-Arnold and Robertson defensively. I think they are good in attack, but defensively, they are a bit shaky. Jota is not around, meaning they are a bit restricted in their attack. But on the other side, Tottenham can play really well their system against a big club. The last time I predicted a win at Anfield against Liverpool, I was really disappointed. I'll still predict a win for Spurs, a very narrow win for Spurs. I would also not be surprised by a draw, but with the experience that Mourinho has and the record that is there, I think the record is long overdue, and I think something is going to happen soon. So I'll go for a 2-0 win for Spurs.
2-0 win for Spurs. My prediction, I feel Liverpool will attack, but Tottenham cannot just fail to score. So I'm going for a 1-1 draw. Now, Thursday, Aston Villa versus Burnley.
Yeah, I watched the game against Wolves, Aston Villa versus Wolves, and you could see what they are trying to do. They were even difficult to even break down when they were 10 man down. Of course, they might be affected by the loss of their midfield player there, but Burnley don't have much to offer here, and I think it will be a 1-0 for Villa. Of course, Burnley will try to be in the game for long periods so that they can nick something here, but it won't happen for them. It is 1-0.
1-0 win for Aston Villa. Josiah?
Copy paste Gideon's, but just add one more goal. I think Aston Villa is going to score 2 goals against Burnley, but I think Burnley have nothing much to offer really. They have some of their players or their main players, especially defensive players, back, but they are still clueless and shambolic. Aston Villa are on a high and very good defensively. I don't see Burnley scoring any game or any goal, because they even struggled to score a goal against Arsenal. So Aston Villa, Grealish, and Watkins will break down that defense. So a 2-0 win for Aston Villa.
2-0 win for Aston Villa. I'll copy paste you exactly. So I think this time I'll also go with a 2-0. I was thinking of 3-0, but this Premier League, it's strange. After the 30th minute, you'll find that it's 1-0, and maybe the second goal is not coming. So I'm also going with a 2-0 win for Burnley. Now, the last fixture of match day 13, Sheffield United hosting GGMU, Manchester United. Giddy, what do you have to say of this fixture?
Yeah, I'm one who had faith in Sheffield United, but really that faith is no more, because you don't get to have 1 point in all those games. It's crazy.
12
So for
games.
me, sorry,
In 12 games.
in 12 games, yeah, you only have 1 point. You see, for you to survive, you need to have 12 points in 12 games. That's why they put that 40. So you are struggling to see, and to make it easy, they will be beaten again here. So yeah, it will be a good day out for Rashford and company. So yeah, 0-3.
Zero
Manchester
three.
United will win.
Josiah?
I really hate predicting for any game that United is involved. I think more so because from the heart, I really want to see United win. But United can bottle it against any team, trust you me. With that said, I'll go with my head here, looking at the way Sheffield has been playing and the kind of goals it conceded against Southampton, and the quality just looks as if it's off. United can't afford to lose more points right now if they want to be anywhere above there. So yeah, I'll go with a 3-0 win for United. But with that said, before we close this, there's a reason why Gideon is the best at predicting. So I've been listening to him, and this is the only one that we are agreeing on in terms of scoreline. But yeah, I respect his predictions a lot. But this one I'll agree with him. I think it's a 3-0 win for United. I really hope and pray it can be more. I need to recover that goal difference, which is not doing really well against my competitors who we are tied on 20 points. And Man City is right behind me. So yes, 3-0 win for United.
3-0 win for United. My prediction, United to win 2-0.